There is a woman you have seen, at a dinner, at a gathering, possibly across a lobby, who you could not stop watching without entirely knowing why. She was not the youngest person in the room. She was not necessarily the most conventionally striking, but something about the way she moved, the way she held still, the way she picked up her glass and set it down again, it stayed with you. What you were reading in her was not beauty, it was presence. And presence, unlike beauty, is not something you either have or do not have. It is built quietly, gradually, through decisions so specific and so small that most people never think to name them. Today, 10 of those decisions, not as principles, as the actual things. The first one happens in the space almost no one thinks to control. The silence between a question and an answer. Most women fill that silence immediately, not because they have nothing to say, but because silence feels like uncertainty. It reads the opposite way from the outside. The women whose words carry weight are almost always the ones who wait a single breath before answering. Just one. What that beat signals is that what comes next was chosen, not reflexively produced. Princess Diana was precise about this. A question would land and she would take a visible moment before she spoke, which made every answer feel considered rather than automatic. The pause is not hesitation. It is authority wearing its quietest face. And once you notice how rarely other people practice it, you understand why the ones who do tend to own every room they enter. The pause is only half of it, because the direction in which a sentence ends does as much work as the beat before it begins. There is a habit that creeps into speech so gradually most women do not know they have acquired it. Ending sentences with a slight upward lift, as if every statement is awaiting approval. The content is confident. The delivery undercuts it. The fix has nothing to do with volume. It is about direction. Let the end of your sentence land downward, not dramatically. Finality, not a question. The statement settles. The listener receives it fully. Audrey Hepburn's voice in interviews does this without exception. Every sentence arrives and stays, which is why she sounds composed even when the conversation is entirely casual. When you lower the end of your sentence, you are not performing certainty. You are simply stopping asking for permission to have just spoken. The asking rarely stops there. Hands without a clear job find one anyway, pulling at a sleeve, touching hair, gripping a bag harder than it needs to be held. The fidget is not exactly nervousness. It is the body looking for something to anchor itself to. The elegant alternative is not rigid stillness. It is giving your hands a deliberate, quiet place to be. Resting them loosely in your lap when seated. Holding them lightly together in front of you when standing. One resting at your side, the other holding a glass. Not gripping it, resting it. The difference in photographs alone is worth the practice. Hands in motion read as discomfort, regardless of whatever expression sits above them. And the discomfort reads loudest not at the table, but the moment you walk through the door. Rushing into a room, even when there is no real reason to rush, signals that your time does not belong to you. The space is controlling you rather than the other way around. The adjustment is not theatrical slowness. It is a single breath before you walk through a door. Half a second. Enough to shift from arriving reactively to arriving with intention. The women who are described as having genuine presence almost always do this. They enter as if they expected to be there, rather than surprised to find themselves in the room. Not performance. The body communicating one simple fact. I am not in a hurry, because I chose to be exactly here. This is the gap the Elegant Woman 50+ protocol was built to close. I kept watching women understand precisely what was affecting their presence and still not know how to make the change last, because the advice they found was always general where they needed specific, and always external where they needed the shift to become automatic. The protocol works through what I call the refinement stack. Each layer installed in order, so the habits stop requiring conscious effort and start becoming simply who you are. It covers how you move through a room, how you hold a conversation, how you dress with intention, how you set a table, and how you bring real care to the small moments no one else is watching. 30 days. The link is below. There is one habit, though, that almost no one names, the one that shows up in private moments before it shows up anywhere else. Coco Chanel removed one item before she left the house. Every time. The story is widely known. What is almost never explained is why it worked. The impulse to add is nearly always stronger than the impulse to edit. And when we feel uncertain, we add another layer, another piece of jewelry, another element we hope will resolve something that more accessories cannot touch. Elegance almost always runs in the opposite direction. Before you leave, find the piece working hardest to prove something and remove it. The third necklace, the belt that repeats the point the jacket already made. What remains after the removal almost always carries more authority than the full original version. The edit is not loss. It is confidence made visible, and confidence, when it bleeds into language, changes everything that follows. Not the obvious language, the phrases that signal uncertainty in the middle of complete competence. I'm not sure if this is right, but before stating something entirely true. Does that make sense? After expressing a clear thought. Sorry to bother you, when the bother is entirely legitimate. Each of these quietly hands something away before the sentence that matters has even landed. The replacement is not bluntness. It is directness with warmth. State the thing. Pause. Let the other person respond to the actual content rather than to the apology wrapping it. What these phrases train your listener to do is wait for the real thing, which signals that even you did not fully trust the real thing. Remove the wrapper. Let what you have to say arrive. And when it arrives, really arrives, the next thing that matters is where you look. There is a point, held steadily at around 2 to 3 seconds, where eye contact shifts from ordinary acknowledgement into something that reads as genuine interest, or real confidence, or both. Most people never reach it. They look, confirm the other person is present, and move on. The women whose attention makes people feel truly seen hold contact just past the comfortable threshold, not past the natural one, which becomes something else. In conversation, 2 to 3 seconds. 1 beat longer than usual. When someone is speaking and you receive them with calm, unhurried attention, rather than dividing your awareness around the room, you communicate something that has become genuinely rare, that they have all of you, right now. The real test of presence is not how you give attention. It is knowing what to do when it turns back toward you. There is a reflex that almost every woman has been trained into, and it works directly against her presence. When a compliment arrives, she deflects it. Oh, this old thing. I look tired, honestly. You are being too kind. The deflection reads as modesty. What it actually does is close the moment before it has a chance to land, and communicates, quietly, that she is not quite certain the compliment belongs to her. The replacement is simpler than it seems. Look at the person. Hold the eye contact for 1 beat. Say, thank you, and nothing after it. Not, thank you, but just thank you. Full stop. The woman who receives without apology is the rarest presence in a room, because she has learned to let something good arrive without immediately sending it back. That ease, that settledness, shows up in the body as well, most visibly in the way she sits. Most women were never told that the stiffness in sitting photos has almost nothing to do with posture. It comes from facing the camera, or the room, straight on. The body squared forward reads as formal, waiting, uncertain. Angle slightly. Turn your body to about 45 degrees. Let your weight settle to one side. The chair supports you without requiring you to perform the effort of sitting. Grace Kelly never photographs straight on. Not once, across decades of being photographed. The angle is subtle enough that most people looking at the image cannot name what they are seeing. They only know that it works. It is one of those adjustments you practice once and then stop thinking about, which is precisely how the most lasting habits are built. Not all of your gestures. 1. The way you set your phone down, the way you place a cup on a table, the way you lower yourself into a chair rather than dropping into it. When you bring deliberateness to one single physical gesture and make it habitual, something unexpected happens. It bleeds into others. The body learns what intentional movement feels like, and that knowledge spreads without you having to consciously manage it. The women who move through rooms as if everything they do was chosen did not decide to move that way in the moment. They practiced it somewhere private, on something small, until it became simply who they were. The thing about microhabits is not that any one of them is remarkable on its own. The pause, the angle, the removed necklace, these are quiet. But elegance has never been a single large gesture. It has always been the accumulation of small ones, made often enough to become invisible, until what people see is not the habits at all, but the woman carrying them. That accumulation is exactly what I designed the Elegant Woman 50+ protocol to support. I built it after working with too many women who understood what elegance meant and still could not find the version of it that belonged to them specifically. Their life, their shape, their actual mornings. The protocol is 30 days, structured around the refinement stack, the sequence in which these layers install most naturally, so each one reinforces the next. It covers how you move through a room and how you arrive in one, how you dress with intention without turning it into a daily negotiation, how you hold a conversation, receive a guest, set a table, and bring real care to the small moments no one is watching, because those are the moments that build the habit, and the habit is what shows up when people are. It costs something because building it took real time. The link is below.